Welcome to the Beyond Average podcast, where we go beyond revenue and talk about what really builds enterprise value: leadership, culture, customer connection, and scalable systems through the four intangible capitals. And I'm Kristin Carlson, and I'm joined today by Krishna Vardhan Reddy, founder and CEO of AiDOOS from Bangalore, India. So, Krishna, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Kristin. Thank you for having me here. Pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
Thank you. And we would love to learn what brought you to starting this company.
So, a lot of people, when they ask this question, probably my answer comes a little strangely because, in my case, why did it take so long? Because entrepreneurship has been my 20 plus years dream, which I eventually took uh, plunge and quit my corporate life in 2021 and launched this in 2022. Uh, uh, I was never meant to be an employee and to be ending with as an employee. That was never my case. I was passionate about doing something. In the beginning, I was interested in movies and I even thought about politics and entrepreneurship. These three were equally interesting to me. But over the period of few years, entrepreneurship was came more and more closer to me because I'm a very ideas person. I keep thinking about ideas that change the world. And I have probably put many ideas on the paper. Some went to PPT level, some went to prototype and MVP level. This is my second serious venture. I did try one in the past in 2011, 2012, but I could not quit the company, quit the job, and do
Mhm.
it full time. But this time around, I decided if I don't do it now, I will never be able to. So this has been in the making for more than 2 decades, Christine, in my case. Yeah.
So, what does your company do?
Yeah, sure. So, when I was in my previous companies, I bumped into certain situations where I'll give one or two, right? We were in a small consulting firm in between my big MNC corporate journey. There was a phase where I was with a small firm, um, where we went to a customer office as a vendor.
Hmm.
And we were 7, 8 of us from our side, both going to the office and some joining over a call. And similar number of people from customer side as well, because their existing vendor abruptly left and they were actually bleeding and they needed somebody to, rescue the situation. This was an ERP, Microsoft Dynamics. And we went there, we pitched, and we all came back and I was VP of engineering and I was talking to my sales VP, CEO of the company. Look, the amount of time we spent, okay, before the call, during the call, and we're going to spend X hours. I just quickly summed up, it was going to come to 100 hours. All that we did was to deploy a senior engineer to go and fix the issues. And that senior engineer took 50 hours to fix the top three issues.
Hmm.
And Manoj, what value did we do here? If there was a platform where customer could post their problems and there is an engine that figures out who is the right engineer who could pick it up and fix, that solves the purpose. Let's build a platform, right? And similar kind of situations occurred again and again over a period of months, while for some reasons that did not take shape there, I continue to ponder about that idea for a long time and even tried prototyping. And then there was an opportunity that knocked the door. Then I said, okay, I think there is market. I should try it. And I quit and launched this platform. While we started this as a task as a service platform and project as a service platform, it's a platform. It evolved over a period of time in the last 4 years, and we are a completely different platform, much evolved, much mature than what how we started with. Christian, yeah. Yeah, I
Okay,
paused there. Yeah. Yeah.
it's fascinating. I come out of the technology world and definitely had people around the world working on our system. So, is the idea that a client, a customer, can come to your platform and just give the specifics of the resources that they need or the skill set that they need, and you help identify the right help or not?
No, no.
That's the way it was.
Because
Now you've changed it.
no, it never was. It was never meant to
Okay.
be because customer is hiring people for a specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we want that reason to be solved
Okay.
because customer's interest is to build something or fix something or grow something, not necessarily hiring X engineers or Y specific skill people because he's
Yeah.
probably mapping to those skills. We say that leave that to us. Platform
Okay.
is intelligent enough to solve your problem because platform has more data than a single individual or a company has.
Okay.
So in the past, it was task or a project. Then we form the team and the platform owns the delivery, unlike freelancing marketplaces, which are purely matchmaking platforms, right? We are execution owned, delivery owned platform, but we have evolved from there, Christian, with AI coming in, remote working becoming the norm during Corona, right? A lot of things have changed. Uh, in fact, task itself doesn't make a big difference now because AI is automating a lot of tasks now. That's why
Mm-hmm.
task-based platforms are actually bleeding now. We are an outcome-based delivery platform now. Okay, customers do not pay for the headcount or the hourly billing, which has been the consulting norm for many decades, if not centuries,
Right.
right? That model is slowly, I won't say dying, but it's going away. You see a lot of vocabulary going around the world. McKinsey is talking about it. Wipro, TCS, Accenture, Deloitte, everybody's talking about it. That it will be outcome-based model going forward, and we believe we are the pioneers in that model. Okay, because we do not have the baggage of this headcount model
Mm-hmm.
sitting in our ecosystem already, right? When the customer asks for a need, we estimate in the DUs, delivery units, and customer pays for the delivery units that are delivered to them, not for the number of people or hours. It doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter. Make
Okay.
sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
And we give overall product is called VDC, Virtual Delivery Center, where humans and AI agents collaborate together and deliver this outcome to the customer measured in DUs. Customer pays and buys DUs, not number of people, right? In the past, if it took more hours or more headcount, customer had to bear. And if there was a scope change, customer had to pay additional. Whereas in our platform, it's very transparent. How many DUs were scoped? Let us say 100. 50 have been taken forward for in progress. 50 are still lying in to do. Customer has the flexibility to just drop them off or add differently. So because it's very transparent, he or she can clearly see what has progressed. The remaining they can always change. It doesn't come under scope creep.
Okay.
That's the transparency we are bringing into the table.
Excellent. Excellent. So, who is your ideal client?
Yeah. So we are a horizontal play, given it's a technology. We are not a specific vertical play, like a
Okay.
retailer manufacturing. We serve everybody. But however, given big customers have deep pockets and they can always go to big consulting firms, and
Yeah.
we are in this transition phase, our ideal customers that we have served and continue to serve currently are SMBs and startups
Okay.
who need this elasticity, flexibility, and quick response time, and very willing to not to pay for idle time, not to pay for bench time.
Right.
They're interested in outcomes. Eventually, once this model matures and even enterprises start looking at it, we believe we will start serving enterprises as well.
Right. Excellent. Well, I mean, I think too, that's where the need is right now too, is these small business owners that really need help but can't afford to pay
Correct.
someone hourly.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, our name, AiDOOS, AI native, do stands for execution delivery,
Okay.
OS, operating system. We are AI native execution operating system, delivery
Okay.
operating system. Yeah.
So you started in 2022. How big is your team that supports your business?
Mm. Mm. Our internal team platform is small. We are less than 20 people because the talent that delivers customer needs are not our employees.
Hmm.
That is the talent that is on the platform because we believe that one job, one company model is slowly going away. People will start offering their skills and experience to multiple companies. So on our platform, one can be part of more than one VDC, three active VDCs at any given point of time, to be precise, right?
And do you have a
So
sales team too, or
yeah,
how are you
we
marketing
do.
your product?
Yeah, we predominantly go through LinkedIn mail outreach and all. I involve a lot in sales, of course, in delivery as well. Then we
Yeah.
have a CTO and product team maturing the product. Yeah, it's founder-led sales, but I am supported by a few more people in sales. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that prior, you said that the headquarters is going to move to San Francisco area. What is driving the move to the
Yeah.
States?
Yeah. If I have one regret today, I realized that I should have moved to San Francisco 2 decades back.
Okay.
Because when I recently went last quarter of last year, I realized that that's where I belong. Any tech product, tech platform needs to be built there because the ecosystem is there.
Right.
And I did have the visa way back 25 years back. I never traveled or lived there. Of course, I traveled a lot of times to United States, but I never lived there. But we did have presence. We had a company set up in the US along with Indian company we had set up in 2022. But the headquarters were still in India. So when I went there, visited, spoke to few investors, spoke to other startup colleagues, I realized that that's where it belongs. And I immediately decided to move the headquarters to San Francisco. I took a WeWork co-working space in San Francisco and then started moving the operations to that one. And I do have plans to relocate to US as well. While
Okay.
the delivery arm, predominantly delivery arm still will be operated from India, but yeah.
Awesome. So is your team moving or do you have a global team supporting you?
Yeah. From a talent standpoint, we are global from day one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have almost 1 million talent on the platform. Uh, but from platform, our company employees, we have only presence in 2 countries, US and India. And there are few people who are interested to move, not along with me, but eventually they'll follow me. Yes, we do have plans to move some of them.
And and how do you hire people or attract people to your company? How do you keep them?
So indirectly, we are a talent platform while we don't sell the talent headcount or hours. So if we should know very well how to attract talent. So talent keeps coming to the platform, they register, we vet. In fact, sometimes the talent that works for customers' projects, if we find them really good, we ask them, are you interested to becoming an employee of the company itself? Right? And there, in the beginning, before platform took shape, I followed a traditional conventional model of hiring from LinkedIn, known sources, my
Mhm.
own ex-colleagues, all that. But now, as we are maturing on the platform, our thought process is if talent signing up on the platform, if they're the right people to becoming employees, we want to encourage that route.
Okay. And you probably can offer a lot of flexibility, I would think, and
Yeah, yeah,
very
absolutely. Absolutely.
positive
Yes.
work environment.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, so what are your goals for this year? Where do you want to take this product this year?
Mm. So, we are defining this new category, Kristin, as we speak, right? Because the world has known conventional consulting or a
Mhm.
freelancing or jobs portals so far. This outcome-based delivery where customer pays for outcome, even talent is paid for what they have contributed to, not the monthly pay, is a new category. And
Mhm.
ODC, we all know, Offshore Development Center, GCCs, we know, VDC, Virtual Delivery Center, where customer sets up we set up one VDC, and then customer doesn't need to be setting up GCC in Hyderabad, GCC in Bangalore, GCC in London, GCC in New York. One VDC can serve the purpose for customer because we will create those pods staffed by talent, global talent, right? So this is a new category, right? Our goal is to make this vocabulary very, very common among the customers and the industry. That's our goal for 2026 and 2027. In fact, along with conventional marketing, I am speaking to gardeners of the world, foresters of the world, ISGs of the world, to tell them, hey, look, this is coming. Whether iDOOS does it or somebody else leads with it, it is bound to happen. This change is bound to happen. This category is going to come, outcome based delivery. And right. So they're listening. We are in those conversations. So our goal is not only grow, of course, we want to grow, but also make this term resonate with everybody in the industry. That's our
Educate.
goal.
educating all of us,
Yes,
right? On
exactly,
how,
exactly.
and I do think you're solving a huge problem in the technical world with the resource issues that companies have and
Yeah.
the challenges. So I think it'll be um, well received, and people will definitely want to try it out, right? And see how you're bringing ease and you're reducing friction in the IT
Yes
world.
and no. Yes and no, Christian. You are right. You are right. Also, people who have been used to certain models, it takes time for them to move to a new model. In
Right.
fact, their priority now, most of the CXOs who I speak to or who are going through this transformation are in a dilemma. What is the right size for their company with
Hmm.
AI coming in? And with the layoffs going around the world, people are figuring out what is the right size for their company, right? When I quit Dell back in 2021, we were at 150K. Right now, I think companies at 98K or
Oh,
97K.
okay. Hmm.
And I know for a reason that they are going to go to 70K,
Hmm.
right? So this change is happening, and probably we will stop seeing these hundreds of thousands of employees in companies in the decades to come. It will be limited to a core group of people who are the decision makers, product thinkers, strategists, and leave the rest of the work to the platforms.
Hmm.
That's the model we foresee, and we want to lead that. But this transition phase that we are in is the toughest part because they cannot immediately agree, yes, this is the model I'm onboarding. No, they
Right.
agree, but they say, yes, give me some time.
Yeah.
So, like you
It's a
said, education.
transformation. It sounds
Exactly.
like a mindset shift, right? And a
Yes.
transformation that needs to
Yes.
take place. So that's pretty
Exactly.
exciting.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
just to wrap up, what advice would you have for an entrepreneur that somebody that wants to start a company?
Mm. A lot of people think that, okay, I'll try for a couple of years. A lot of people who have worked as an employee have this. Even I had this mindset. In a couple of years, things will be good, and then I don't need to look back. And a lot of people that I know of also think that I'll give it a try 2 years. If it works, I'll continue. If it doesn't, I'll come back. Entrepreneurship, unfortunately, doesn't work like that. Okay, it takes much longer than whatever you have planned for. If you plan for 2 years or 4 years, it doesn't matter. It is going to take longer than that. And it is better to get in full and have no fallback mechanism.
Right.
Okay. Only then and only then that is the only way to be fully committed and give it all to be successful. Time will, it may take longer. It should take longer, right? And we need to believe that it will work and it will work. So that's the advice I would give, that when you enter entrepreneurship, it's a one way door. There is no way back. So if you are ready for it, enter it. If not, wait for the time that you want to enter, right? So that's the advice I would give. Yeah.
Well, that is super advice, and I totally agree with you. I talk
Yeah.
to a lot of people considering going into owning their own business, and so I
Yeah.
think that's great advice. So,
Yeah.
Krishna, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing about your business. And I think hopefully this podcast will also help educate the world on what's coming and your vision, because I think we really need it. So, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Christian, for having me here. It was a pleasure talking to you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Have a super day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.